heaven. 5, stay alive. 4, 3, now shooting me. 2, 1, we're going to have fun. Say, lights off. Excalibur. It's about that bar. What do you mean? Give and take. Going home. Side zone. Check it out, eh? Live alone. Leather legs. Getting in place. What do you get? Say, fat jet. Zoom room. Cosmic zoom. That's up, Jay. It's Sonic Boom. Sonic Warrior. Sonic Warrior.
You are what is near the pen. You've got the power to save the land.
Take a little chance. Slip on through. You got smart no matter what you do. You gotta do for you. Sonic Warrior. Sonic Warrior.
The power is in your mind to save the planet, to conquer time. Choo-choo Sonic Warrior, the decisive time. Choo-choo Sonic Warrior, flavor in your mind. Nothing can survive the way you stay like. 'Cause if you try, you can do anything. Choo-choo Sonic Warrior, always is a chance. Choo-choo Sonic Warrior, never sit the camp. Nothing can survive the way you stay like. 'Cause if you try, you can do anything.
Yo, I'm back, everybody. I know I said that. I know I said I was going to be back on the 16th, but I got some stuff that I need to talk about. Yes. Welcome, everyone. Good to see you guys. It's me, ShellshockPrime. It's Sunday, January 15th, 2023. The very official, very first stream of 2023, where I'm actually going to be doing some talking. It's a just chatting stream tonight. So tonight, I got a lot to talk about, like within like at least an hour or so. So first and foremost, before anything, just want to say hi to everyone in chat. I can see you, Justin, Destiny, Dragon, Maverick, Keyblade, MMG, Mike. Thank you for that 32-month resub on a 5-month streak. Thank you so much, Okaifer. Good to see you, dude. So yeah, my break was good. It was just chilling with friends online, just doing some things on my own, as well as I've been playing a lot more Pokemon Scarlet. And the main thing right now is I'm currently finishing up the Pokédex. I still have to get the legendaries, and then after that, that's it for the Pokédex. Then I just have like a few more things for the post game, and I'm done. But yeah, other than that, I just been chilling, just taking it back, just kicking back and just making sure everything is all right. But hopefully everybody in chat's doing very well tonight on this fine Sunday evening. I have a new thumbnail that I actually am using right now. As you can see right here, we got the Just Chatting stream, which is happening right now. It's 9 o'clock Eastern. So I am currently doing a Just Chatting stream, just talking about a couple things. So yeah, that's the main thing. This is how it actually looks right now. It's how it's going to be looking for the foreseeable future. But yeah, so there's going to be a couple of other things I'll discuss in the meantime. Doing good. That's good to hear. You're playing Pokemon right now. That's good to hear. So yeah. So before we have a lot to talk about. So so the main misspelled Twitch on there. Oh, I did. Oh no! Wait, hold up. Let me see. All right, I'm gonna have to fix that after this. Whoops. Thank you for actually looking. Thank you for actually bringing that to my attention. I'll fix that after the stream. Yes. I'll make sure to fix it before like the tomorrow stream. Anyway, so let's actually start with some stuff. So in the beginning of the affiliate anniversary stream, I was talking about, I actually talked about the unfortunate news that happened regarding a community member of ours, Wolfie, who recently lost her home. I mentioned that in the beginning of that stream. So we have a little bit of an update on this. So like I mentioned that we were planning on figuring some stuff out, and that in case that there would be a GoFundMe, there is a GoFundMe now. So I'm actually going to post the command right here. Just let me do this real quick. There we go. We got the GoFundMe, so we were going to do everything we can in our power to help Wolfie out in this rough time. So she lost her home on Christmas Eve. Her and her housemates lost everything in the fire. So for those that missed it, just to get people up to speed, they lost their home in the fire, and then what happened is that they got out okay. However, they lost all their possessions, everything, including a couple of pets, and it's just a devastating thing. So it's very unfortunate, but we're going to do everything that we can to help out. So now that we got the GoFundMe, so if anyone's able to donate, or if you can't donate, spreading the word definitely helps, but any amount of donations would definitely be appreciated. We're going to do everything we can to help out. We mentioned that we're going to be doing some stuff, some streams in the future to help raise funds to help out, and we're going to do that. As soon as we figure things out on what we're going to do and how we're going to do that, we'll definitely update you guys on that. But right now, like, the main update right now is that we have to GoFundMe. So if anybody would like to donate anything, or if you just want to spread the word, just to share and then help spread the word out, so that way other people can donate, that's fine too. And anything helps. So Wolfie has been nothing but nice to me, to members of the Digital Bonfire community, and to everyone in each of our communities. She's been very nice to all of us, and the least that we can do is help out. So if you guys are able to help out in any way, make sure to do so. Feel free to do so. The link is there now. So here it is. I'm going to see if I can pick up more hours for work to help out. Hey, much appreciated, Keyblade. Anything helps. And even if it's just spreading the word, it helps too. We want to do everything we can to help Wolfie and all her housemates get back on their feet, and we're going to do the best that we can for that. So that's the main thing that I wanted to talk about. Just give you guys a little bit of an update on that right now. So that's going to be the plan. That's the first thing that I wanted to talk about. So again, we're going to help out in every step of the way. Soon as we have other plans on what type of streams we're going to do to help out even more, we'll do that. But I will keep the GoFundMe link. There's a timer for it that will be popping up every 2 hours or so, just like every other timers that I have. So once you guys see the link, if anyone wants to share or to donate, you can do that. So there's that. That's the first thing. So as far as other things go, so I did do a Shell Shock digital showcase during the affiliate anniversary stream, and I did reveal a couple of things, but there's going to be a couple of changes to certain lineups. Like, for example, I originally had planned for Game Rentals Part 2 Retro Night, which I'm actually going to be postponing that to a later date. This month I'm going to be doing a Retro Night where it's viewer's choice. So you guys would be able to choose the Retro Night, choose the games that you would like to see me do on that Retro Night. It could be of any theme, it could be of anything, but preferably games that resonate with you. If it's just random retro games that are just joke games or meme games, that's one thing, but try not to give me too many of those. I mainly want to try to play games that resonated with other people. I'll probably be more elaborate on that, but the main thing about that is, if anybody has any games, the main thing I would suggest is to go to my Discord and go to suggestions, because I have a suggestions channel, so you can feel free to suggest any type of game for this Retro Night, and then I'll put it as part of the lineup. If it ends up being an overwhelming amount of games, I'm gonna pick and choose which ones I can, and then I'll see if I could probably do a part 2 in the future. But for now, feel free to do so. Hey Silver, good to see you. So that's the thing. So make sure to go to the suggestions box, and that's how it's gonna work. So for Retro Night, I'll be doing that. So the viewer's choice, you could choose any game you want, but if more than one people pick the same game, then like I would tell people try to pick your own like games so that way everybody will be able to have different things, because I feel like it wouldn't be right for people to choose the same game. So try to pick different games and think hard at which games you like to see me do for that retro night. It's going to be happening on the 26th, so it will be viewer's choice. That's going to be the plan. I'll do Game Rentals Part 2 at a later date, but the plan for that would be that I'm going to be talking with people from the Digital Bonfire server about which games they've rented in their childhood, so that way they'll be able to so I could add that to the list for that lineup. But hope you're doing well, Silver. Hope you had a good Sunday so far. Yeah, so I'll like I did say that I was going to do Game Rentals Part 2 this month, but again, moving it to a later date. I did have other stuff that I did have other retro nights planned that are still right now like going to be planned in the same months, same days, and all that. So like, because next month I have a couple other ones pitched in. Best of luck to them. Yeah, thank you, Dragon. Like that's definitely appreciative. I'll be sure to be checking in just to see exactly how that's gonna go. But thank you for that. Let's see. So as far as everything else goes, I was also thinking about like a lot of things in general about how I'm going to like reevaluate my streams moving forward. But first, I just want to say one thing. It was alright besides the perpetual sleep. All right, no problem, Silver. Like, yeah. I just hope that things are going well for you. In fact, I hope everything's going well for everybody. But I just want to say in regards to reevaluating how I'm handling streams moving forward. So there's going to be a lot of things about that. The first thing about how I'm going to reevaluate my streams is that I am going to continue on playing the games that I know I want to play. Like my format's pretty much the same. I'm not changing it though. But what's going to be different is that if I'm playing a game and if I'm just not having fun with the game, like if there's something about it which I'm just not like really enjoying at all, to the point where like I feel like I'm just dragging the stream out, I'm just going to drop the game. Or at least take a break and then just go back to it and eventually like come back at a later date to see exactly just how I feel, and maybe I might feel better about it. But I feel like it's okay to drop a game if it's just not clicking with me, and I'll just see exactly what happens moving forward. If I decide to continue a game at a later date, or if I just choose not to go back at all. There have been quite a few games that I kind of wanted to drop, but I still ended up going through with it, and I've beaten the game on stream. But at the same time, I still really need to assess like just what type of games do I think may not actually be for me. What type of games that I feel would like not be suitable to stream, because I feel like if some games I feel are not suitable to stream, I'm just not going to stream it. I'll just do it on my own. But yeah, it's just going to be a case by case basis. It just depends on the game itself and how I'm actually feeling about it. So if I'm not happy about it, I'm just going to leave it be. Shell, I think you might open a Pandora's box with me regarding viewer's choice. I got a shitload in mind. All right, no problem, Maverick. Hey, what's up, Shell? Hey, system malfunction. Good to see you. Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah. And hopefully you'll be able to make it to the next Game Rentals one whenever that happens. But yeah, I enjoyed my time off, system. I really did. Thank you. It was good. I just chilled with friends. And I was also playing some Pokemon in the background. Also, the other thing is that I feel as if that I honestly think that the way that I handle my streams, I should not be, like, in addition to not being afraid of dropping games whenever I feel I'm just not satisfied with a game that I'm not enjoying, even if it's not a bad game, if I'm just not enjoying it, like, I'll just drop it and move on to the next game. Even if it's a game that somebody requested me to play, and I'll be like, I'm sorry, I know that you wanted to see me do this, but if I'm not enjoying it, then I'll just leave it at that. And that's that. And I'm hoping that people would understand as well, because that's my thing. Like, if I'm not having fun, then what's the point of even continuing? Same thing for whenever I'm streaming and I feel like I'm starting to get burnt out, I'm just gonna take a break. I'll just take a break. And I've felt like I've been kind of put myself in a corner where, like, I want to take a break, but I also have the mentality of wanting to do something. And I want to stream this, I want to stream that. But I also feel like I should also have some time for myself. So if there's a day where, like, I have a stream that's scheduled, but I just don't feel like streaming that day, I'll just let you guys know and tell you that, like, I'm just gonna take the day off and just focus on myself. If it comes to that, I'll let you guys know. I don't know when that will happen, but if that happens, I'll let you guys know. Just for me, it's just one of those things where, like, I should not be afraid to just, like, take time off for myself whenever I feel like I need to. So that's something I'm gonna have to do a lot better at. And I'll definitely let you guys know, like, when the time comes. But for now, that's just something I'm just thinking about. Take time off as much as you need it. Thank you. If I wasn't there to help you on Return of Oberdin, I think it went way longer because it required a ton of note-taking, so I was basically your guide for that. I don't think you would have enjoyed streaming without the help. I appreciate all that help, Dragon. I really did. It was definitely a game that... like, you could easily kind of get lost when it comes to a game like that, but I still had a good time with it. I still thought it was a pretty good game. Very good story, too. Like, very deep. I've not streamed since the end of February last year. I ended up not streaming all the time. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Like, if you're just not having fun with streaming as well, then yeah, that's the thing. When you get to La Mulana, I hear it's going to be the same thing. Yeah, Shad is most likely going to help me with that. So, more than likely, when it comes to that, like, we'll talk about when I'll do that game, and then he'll do what he can to help me out with that. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I had a good time with Oberdin. But yeah, I will say that there were some games that I did finish that I ended up just not enjoying. Like Devil May Cry 2, for example, I did not enjoy that game. I just think that, in my opinion, like, there's just so much wrong with that one. But that's not going to stop me from playing the series, because I do plan on playing Devil May Cry 3 this year, and maybe 4, but definitely 3 this year. Which would probably not happen until, like, sometime in the summer, maybe. I mean, I'm enjoying the game, but hardly any chat going on. I gave up and focused on personal projects. Yeah, that's fine. That's honestly fine. Resident Evil 0, yeah. Resident Evil 0 I did not enjoy whatsoever. I just did not. I was expecting it to be a better game than what it ended up being, than what it was. I just didn't like it. I liked Resident Evil 6 more than Resident Evil 0. I'm going to tell you that right now. At least there was some sort of enjoyment that I had with Resident Evil 6. Resident Evil 0 did not have any of that. Another example of a game that I just did not enjoy when I played it, from start to finish. Like, yeah, Donkey Kong 64 is like an easy one that I can think of. Echo the Dolphin's another easy one. Room in the Night Sky is definitely another easy one for me, too. Like, that game is just boring. I'm playing Signalis right now after hearing about it on GBG, and it's really good. I think you like it. Yeah, I've heard of that. I actually do want to play that. I'll definitely look into playing that at some point. And there was another game that was recommended me to play, Lunistis, which is on Switch. It's actually a very short game. I might actually do that at some point. I'll figure that out. I heard it's pretty good. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. It's pretty good. I might actually do test streams in the future. Like, they'll be unscheduled, but just testing games out to see if how they run on my PC while streaming it. So I'll figure that out. Any chance with Dead Cells since the Castlevania DLC is coming out soon? Not anytime soon, Okai Fern, but I'll figure that out if I ever decide to do it. I have Dead Cells on Switch, but it's probably not going to happen anytime soon, but I'll probably get the DLC at some point. There's a couple of games I want to test out there's a couple of games I kind of want to test out if I were to do any type of test streams. Yeah, because they announced the Castlevania DLC during the Game Awards for Dead Cells. It's gonna be on all platforms too. So if you have Dead Cells, you'll get the Castlevania DLC. You can play as I know Alucard's a character. I think Simon is one, and also Richter. I got to see who else is in it. But did I miss any bomb drops? I think the last time that there was any like bomb drops. Oh, you're talking about my stream? I'm still figuring things out. But good to see you, Tarvold. How you doing, Tarvold? It's really good to see you. So I was going to mention a few things as well. Another thing I want to talk about is that for me, in regards to how I'm doing Backlog Fantasy, I'm still going to be doing Backlog Fantasy in the same format that I was doing, where just play the game and just start to finish to see exactly how I feel about it. I have a lot of games. There's going to be some big games that I'm going to do. Like, I have, like, huge games, and then I have, like, some streams where I'm going to do, like, maybe, like, 1, 2, maybe 3 games because they're that short. Hey, Maple, good to see you, buddy. I hope you're doing well, and I hope you're doing well as well, Tarvold. Let's see. Because I have a huge library on both my Switch and Steam. Those will be the main 2 platforms I'm going to be working with. So Switch and Steam are going to be the main 2 I'm going to work with. I have plenty to work with all these games. I want to try testing out games in the future. Like, I want to test out Vampire Survivors. Maybe do like some streams just to see how I can survive in that game. Because apparently, Vampire Survivors is one of the more addicting games to play right now. It's currently on Steam and on Xbox. Maybe I might actually hit the Switch and PlayStation in the future, but right now it's on Steam and Xbox. It looks like an interesting game. Other stuff I want to test out. I want to test out Yakuza 0 to see if it runs while streaming. I want to test out Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance while streaming it to see exactly if it will run. And if these games will run, I will stream them from start to finish in the future. Yes. Another one, Strider 2014 is another one. I have so many ideas. Both of those games are amazing. Yes. I'm still wondering if we'll get Multiverses on Switch. Probably, but we'll have to see. So yeah. The other thing is also that I want to test out like Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, because I think that's a Resident Evil game I want to stream, and then eventually Resident Evil Village. I think I might be able to get away with Biohazard, like Resident Evil 7, but probably not Resident Evil 8. Resident Evil 8 might have to get some new RAM. I do need to get new RAM and a new motherboard at some point, which maybe later this year, but one step at a time. But Resident Evil 7 and 8, but I feel like I would be able to run Devil May Cry 4 on my PC. 3, I'm going to play the Switch version, but 4, I'm going to play on PC, as well as DMC Devil May Cry, the reboot. 5, I probably might need some more RAM. Just bought more RAM this weekend? Nice. Yeah, because I'm running on a, because my brother got the 3060 for me as an early Christmas gift last month. So I got that. RAM is next, as well as a new motherboard. Well, I'll probably get the new motherboard anyway, and the RAM the plan is that I'm going to jump from 16 gigs of RAM, which is what I have now, to 64 gigs of RAM. That's what I want to go for, 64 gigs of RAM. And then I feel like that's definitely going to boost a lot of games on Steam. It's definitely going to give me a big boost. But I also got to keep in mind that even so, like, just to make sure to stream certain games at certain qualities, because of the fact that if I'm going to stream games on Steam, I'm going to really need to work on it. Guts, Glory, Random Access Memory. You're streaming with 32? Nice. You got boost power. Yes. I'm doing the best I can to give you guys the more high quality streams, and that's what I want to do. Like, my goal this year is to work on. My goal this year is to work on having like a higher quality stream. That's what I want to do. I can already do that with some stuff. With now that I got the GeoForce the 3060, we'll see exactly just what I can do. That's why I want to start doing test streams and see exactly how that's going to work out. I want to test some stuff to see if I can actually stream it or not. And if I can, I'll do it. If not, I'm going to have to hold off until I can get some more RAM. I might actually also want to invest in a second solid state drive. I have a 4 terabyte solid state drive. I'm thinking about getting a second one so I could use that. So I could actually use that for like all my backup recordings and just use it for whatever I can. Hope you find your ideal setup, Shell. Yes, I'll do the best I can with that. The improvements have been palpable over the years. Yeah, I feel like every year there's always some sort of improvement. I'm still working on it, and there's still more for me to improve. I'm also looking to improve on my graphic design work. I want to start stepping my game up. What I'm thinking about doing is getting myself a tablet. And now here's my question. Would you guys want to see me work on graphic stuff on stream? Would you guys be okay with that? That's my question. If I ever decide to do that, would you guys be okay with that? I don't know how often I'll do it, but I wouldn't mind actually like giving it a shot. Like, you guys want to see me like work on something? Like, right now I mostly work on logos and stream layouts, but if you guys want to see me do it, I gotta figure out like how I want to do it. But yeah, thank you, Dragon. I really appreciate it. Yeah, because I don't mind trying that out. Again, it's not something that's going to happen often, but we'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. So the next thing I want to talk about is that there's a lot of life lessons I've learned. Well, a lot of streaming lessons that I've learned throughout the years, and I've been a Twitch affiliate for about 5 years now, and I've learned so much. One of the main things I learned is that I'm always grateful for having the community that I do, and I appreciate all you guys. And no matter what happens, I will do the best I can to be there to be there for as many people as possible. It's not easy for me to always like just be there for everybody, but I'll do the best I can. So I'll work on that. Now, the main thing is that I have thought of a lot of things that I wanted to do. The biggest thing that I want to do right now is to continue on with the streams, of course, but figure out exactly some new things I like to try out. And I know for a fact that sharing with Shellshock, the podcast that I do, it's coming back in March. Stay tuned for that, because I do have some things I'm going to talk about in regards to sharing with Shellshock in a little bit. But in regards to other things, in regards to other stuff, in regards to streams, I haven't done a lot of old versus new. I haven't done a lot of like Shellshock Game Club is coming back, but old versus new, like I know I delayed Pac-Man. I'm probably gonna do it after Final Fantasy 6, which is in February. And I know I promised Professor Icepick I was gonna do Mighty Number 9, which I'll do that. Yeah, pick your poison and People's Choice are not coming back now. I don't think I'm bringing those back. But also, I'm probably not going to have as much channel points requests because I have a huge queue of channel point requests. But I'm probably going to start making a limit right now. So I'm probably going to make it to 2 ongoing, other than what I already have right now on the list. I'm probably going to limit it to 2 per person. And then after that, I'm gonna lock it for anybody who has already given me 2. But I know, like for example, I know that Darkus wants me to do Dark Souls, and I will definitely get to Dark Souls Sunday. But aside from all his requests, I know people have given me a lot, but I'm probably going to start limiting it to 2 requests per person. And some games, like if it's an RPG, RPGs will take a while, but I could definitely do. But that's why I'm doing 2 requests. That I'm honoring 2 requests soon this week. As you can see, I'm going to show you my stream schedule this week. So here's how it looks. Because I'm going to be doing Ukulele in the Impossible Lair tomorrow and on Wednesday. Sonic Heroes is Tuesday and Thursday. Shad is the one that suggested me to do Ukulele in the Impossible Lair. He used the Channel Points Redemption for that. And then for Sonic Heroes, that is from Keyblade. He suggested me to do that. He requested me to do that. So I'll be doing Sonic Heroes Tuesday and Thursday, since I'm going to be doing Ukulele in the Impossible Lair on Monday and Wednesday. And I did not have a stream planned for next Sunday. This is just like this is just a stream this is a spur of the moment. I wanted to do it. I was thinking about doing this as early as like last night. I was thinking about doing this stream tonight. But yeah, we'll see how impossible that lair actually is. Yeah. The other things that I was also thinking about, for me, the other thing I was thinking about, I'm just trying to figure out exactly what else in general that I want to do. Because I have a lot of plans this year, but plans will change, and there might be some stuff that I promise people, and then I delay it because something else comes up. But I'm going to do what I can to be a lot more committed to keeping my plans in check. Not to mention the fact that for me, I'm just going to also just be more communicative with people. So I'll see what happens with that. What's worked the best in the past? Run with that and refine it. Exactly. I'm gonna have to see what worked better, and I'm gonna have to refine everything. That's what I'm gonna do. Refine every single thing that I have planned, or stuff that I've ever done that actually worked, and just keep it going. That's what I'll do. Yeah. But the other thing is that I had some great ideas that I had planned that never got off the ground. Mostly a lot of marathons I had planned. There was a marathon that I wanted to do, which was a NES themed marathon. I wanted to do it last year, but I never really had the time. And that's going to go into the next thing I'm going to talk about in a second. The marathon that I wanted to do was called NES Hard. So what is this marathon about? Well, I would have played the following games. I was going to play Fester's Quest. I was going to play Star Tropics. I was going to play, in this marathon, Ninja Gaiden 1. Journey to Silius, and Battletoads. Those were the games I was going to choose. And I probably would have added like a bonus game, but I was thinking maybe NES Batman or something. But I ended up just not going back to it, because this was something I thought about doing earlier last year, and then I just never went back to it. But I probably might shake up the lineup a little bit if I were to ever revisit this marathon. Like, Ninja Gaiden will definitely still be there, same thing with Battletoads, but I'll figure everything else out. Another thing is that I want to get a couple of Disney games off the ground. Like some stuff that I haven't done yet. Like, for example, I did DuckTales and DuckTales Remastered for Old vs. New. But I have the rest of the Disney Afternoon Collection to do. I have Chip 'n Dale's Rescue Rangers, which I am actually going to be doing this year. I have Tailspin, Darkwing Duck, DuckTales 2, and Chip 'n Dale's Rescue Rangers Part 2. Not to mention there's other games like Aladdin, Lion King, Jungle Book, the Disney's Magical Quest series, which I'm going to be doing with Shad, though the second and third ones, because the first one's single player only. Goof Troop I'm going to do with Shad, and I'm going to be doing World of Illusion starring Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck with Mr. Ben. That'll happen at some point this year. Oh, I wouldn't mind doing Donald Duck Going Quackers. I heard that one's actually a pretty decent game. I'll probably play the GameCube version, unless there's a version of it elsewhere that's better. Did someone request Kingdom Hearts? No, but I'm most likely not going to play Kingdom Hearts for a while until I can get myself a PlayStation or an Xbox, because on PC, the only way to play Kingdom Hearts officially is through the Epic Game Store, and I don't like using the Epic Game Store unless they come to Steam. If they actually make it to Steam, then I will actually play it. And yeah, you definitely did not, Keyblade. No, Keyblade actually suggested me to do Klonoa as well, like the first one. Also, I'm just going to say this right now. Anyone that suggests me to do Bubsy 3D, no. I don't want to do Bubsy 3D, please. I don't want to do Bubsy 3D. There's going to be some requests I'm just going to flat out reject. Bubsy 3D is one of those games. I don't want to do that. Yeah. However, now if you suggest me to do something like Sonic 06, I'll do it when I can actually play the game. Unfortunately, I don't have the game on 360, but once I can get access to it, I'll stream it. But it's not going to happen anytime soon. I streamed Sonic Forces, and that game was nothing. But yeah. Echo 4, The Waves of Wistfulness. Oh, God. Well, there was an Echo game on Dreamcast and PS2. But the PS2 was a port of the Dreamcast version. But yeah. And I heard that one was not good. At least do Project 06. Alright. Now, as far as the next thing I want to go and talk about. So, I wanted to talk about the fact that last year. Now, don't get me wrong. I enjoy participating in a lot of different projects with other people, but I felt like last year, especially around like July and August, I've said yes to a lot of projects that happen to coincide with each other, that I haven't had a lot of time to do things for myself. I think the reason for that is I'm kind of afraid of saying no sometimes, and the worries that that people really want me to be a part of something, and that I've let people down. And to be quite honest, even though I had a great time with the Ocarina of Time randomizer race, it actually took a lot longer than I actually thought it would. I thought it would probably take maybe like 3 sessions, but it lasted for I think 6 or 7 sessions. So I had that, and then I had the Cuphead co-op that happened at the same time. Plus, we had the digital bonfire invitational tournament for Mario Golf Super Rush, which I'm absolutely glad to have been a part of that. And there were like 1 or 2 other projects that were going on around the same time that I think what I should have done was slow things down and just see if I can move some of them to a later date. Like, for example, the Ocarina of Time randomizer race. As much fun as I had with that, I think it would have been better if that would have happened at a later date than when it actually happened, because that it was actually going a lot longer than I thought. Like, it lasted for about like 2.5 months, like about 2 to 2.5 months. And the thing is one of those things where you have to be committed for something like that. Randomizers could either take a while, or they could probably take a short time, maybe like 1 or 2 streams. But Unleashed would have been better if the Warhawk were more fast-paced. Yeah, that's what I've heard. But yeah, I'm glad to have taken part in the Digital Bonfire Invitational for Mario Kart Super Rush with Maple and the rest of the Bonfire Squad. That was actually a lot of fun. I'm trying to think of anything else. Like the Cuphead one with Hito, I had a great time with that. But also the other thing is I miss not doing Monster Hunter, to be honest. I miss not doing Monster Hunter Rise. And especially considering the fact that I actually wanted to do Sunbreak. But then between Silver's work schedule and then also Shad's work schedule, which is a lot more hectic because it's uncertain as to when he is available. So that's why we didn't have a lot of time playing Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. But I would like to go and play it at some point. I would actually like to go back and play some Monster Hunter Rise. I'll talk to Silver and Shad about like bringing it back and see exactly just when we'll actually do that. Because I would like to play some Monster Hunter Rise. Your thoughts on Super Lucky's Tale? It's on sale. It's going to end tonight. New Super Lucky's Tale is a great game. Very underrated platformer. I streamed it 3 years ago, and I thought it was a fantastic game. So, yeah, I highly recommend New Super Lucky's Tale. I will say though that if there's some collaborative projects that I feel would not work well for me, then that's just probably going to be it. But again, we'll see how I feel. We'll see how things go. Like I don't regret taking a part of any of them, but I do kind of wish that some of the stuff would have been spread out a little bit. Because I will say I also like to do some of my own stuff too, every now and then. But at the same time, that's just the way things go. Like sometimes you're not going to be able to do everything you want to do, and that's something I've learned. That's perfectly fine. I'm 100% fine with that. And if I bring up an idea to anyone, and if they don't think it's going to work out, that's perfectly fine too. Again, what I need to do is just learn to always accept the fact that not everything is going to work out the way that you want to. Especially now more than ever, there's going to be a lot of stuff that I know won't work out. What I've learned over the years of content creation is that you need to prioritize the things you want to do the most. Put those on top. Exactly. And something like sharing with Shellshock is something I put on top. That's something I want to do. Which reminds me, Season 2 is coming up in March. The first episode is going to be Adult Swim. So far, I have Silverstone and Shiny for that. The second episode is going to be Metroid, which I have Torvald and Shad for that. I'm going to figure out any other guests for the show, so stay tuned for that. I did reveal that, because Season 1, the theme for that was Sonic 2. Specifically, I had the Casino Night Zone backdrop. Season 2, on the other hand, is going to be based off of Sonic Adventure 2. I'll figure out which backdrop I'm going to use. I'm going to work on that soon. But Season 2 of Sharing with Shellshock is going to happen on March 12th at 8 p.m. with Adult Swim. And I'm going to keep those on Sundays if possible. So now, if it gets to a point where like all the guests cannot do one particular Sunday, we'll work something out. But for now, that's going to be the plan. Because I feel like if I'm going to be consistent with what I'm going to do sharing with Shellshock, that's definitely something I'm going to keep in mind. As well as other things like Retro Night is still going to happen. They will still happen every month. Sometimes they may happen more than once in the same month, but generally speaking, I'm going to keep it to once a month. So, like I already said, that I'm going to have a couple episodes planned, but I'm going to be showing off how my layout is going to look right now. Like you see right here, my layout now looks like this. So as you can see right here, I have I still have the game screen with the Elgato right there. I changed the look of everything right now. So you can see I have a new type of events like the events on the bottom have been completely changed. So now they have the label. So for example, I have raid, I have cheers, and I have subs, as you can see right there. And the reason for that is because hosts are gone. And when it comes to follower alerts, I still have the follower alerts, but I like to keep anyone that follows, I like to keep followers anonymous so that if they want to just follow and just lurk, just chill, then I'm good with that. The other reason why I actually have follower alerts anonymous in addition to that is because there have been like a lot of follow bots that happened within 2021 and even early 2022. It seemed like follow bots were starting to come back, which in 2022 it did not last long because we had the tools for it. But still, I think it's also better that follow alerts are anonymous because the fact that some people just might want to lurk. But I'll just be like, hey, thanks for the follow, and that's it. But what I've also learned is that I've actually have heard that there have been some people who follow just so that you can say their name on stream, and then they unfollow. I've heard stories where people do the same thing with subs, but at the same time, that's harder to actually keep track. That someone subs and then like all of a sudden like they ask for a refund and all that because like all they want is a shout out. But that's harder to keep track. And that part does not really happen. It's mainly the follows. But also I haven't been getting a lot of famous bots coming up. But whenever I do, they get banned. So all those famous bots, like now, like they're finding different ways to post like the links to like whatever crappy website that they have to promote. They're gonna get banned. But yeah, as you can see, now I have like the label of what type of streams I do in the bottom right, where it says Backlog Fantasy, for example. I made that. As you can see, I have that. I have Old versus New here. I have Shell Squad Game Club, Backlog Fantasy Expansion Pass. I'll put this back here because tomorrow I'm going to be doing Ukulele in the Impossible Lair, so as you can see. And also, I have a shout-out scene now, which right now there isn't anything. But for example, if I want to shout out somebody, like for example, I'm gonna shout out Tarvel's Quest, and that's what happens.
Large room. You got any sperm in here? Looking for some sperm?
Uh-oh.
Maybe I can check some of these drawers. Just wheel out one of these bodies. Get some sperm. No?
No, don't worry about
I
it.
want sperm. I just want her not to have sperm.
Yeah, we'll do one more just because I want to show off a little bit. For example, if I want to, let's say for example I shout out MMG Mike, and this is what happens here.
It's been fun.
What the fuck? Yo!
My bad.
Holy shit!
Holy shit!
My bad.
Why hit the skeleton?
What the fuck?
Why hit the skeleton? Holy shit!
Holy shit!
You
Wow.
are a fucking disaster.
Oh, it is?
Damn.
Oh.
Well, you used the 5-step on the boat?
Yes.
I was aiming for the skeleton.
And straight up,
but I
it
hit
would
the
have been
boat.
destroyed. I repaired it just as he hit it. If he had hit it before I was able to hit repair, it would have gone. Because that took off half its health, and this was down to like 20%.
Maybe.
Straight up, my asshole clenched. Good lord.
I think that might be why. Because I set it to monitor and output. I think that probably might have been it. I changed it. You heard double audio, Mike? All right. Let me try a different one. Let's see. Hey, no problem. No problem. Let me see. Let me try a different person. For the last one, I'll do one more. So let's say, for example, if I were to shout out, let's say, for example, if we were to shout out Matt. That's why I'm glad we're testing now.
I wonder, Are you allowed to leave or do you?
Oh, Senate Max. Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
I feel a sudden urge to vote Republican.
What?
The fountain's effects wore off quickly.
Oh boy.
Wow.
That fucking joke.
Wow.
That's a fucking good one.
Okay.
Not that one blindsided me.
I haven't even
That was fucking good.
I never even finished this game, by the way. I don't even know what season.
Oh man, that
Sounds good now?
good.
Thank you for letting me know.
All
At
right,
least now we
that was
know.
good. Okay, now I have to figure out what to do with the puzzle. All right.
At least now we know, like, the sound issues. Because
Glad I tried the door.
better now than, like,
And that has completely aged well.
during, like, any of the normal streams. All right. But those are just the examples of how, like, the shout-out feature works. Yeah, so that works. And it actually works well, except I needed to fix the audio, but now it sounds good. Thank you. Hey, Zeno, good to see you. So, other stuff right here. Like, I'm going to show off how the Retro Night layout looks. So, like, I have the Just Chatting for Retro Night, for example. This is the main scene. I made a similar thing over here, like I did for my main one. You can see right here, same layout and everything. I don't know if I can actually... Wait, shouting me out? I actually didn't even make a shout-out scene for this. Oh, I did, yeah. I actually did make a shout-out scene for this, but we don't really need to shout out myself. But at least you know where I could, but I really don't need to be shouted out since this is my own stream. But yeah. Yeah, you can see right here, this is the layout for Retro Night. Now, okay, no problem. Now, as you can see, the background is different because it's actually based off the title screen for Turtles in Time. So you can see the starting soon right here. So you can see the, right here I got the VHS. I had the little VHS text fonts. And if you look at this, I have this here too. And that was with a super shot as well. Oh, wow.
CJ got a hole in one.
Oh, you got a hole in one?
Entire thing.
Oh, there's not supposed to be sound for that, by the way. I'm gonna have to change that. Like the countdown one is not supposed to have sound, but the intermission one does. Blood Red Sky. All right. So I'm gonna show you just how the intro looks like for Retro Night. So here it is.
Growing up in a glass bowl with chameleons, lizards, and tadpoles, it hardly enters your mind that there's something better than this. Let us leave a carrot, maybe a seed from a parrot. Believe me when I tell you the world your majors don't exist. A piece of power, a flying saucer through the light. A piece of power, oh that's what makes us feel alright. A piece of power, makes it feel like winning. A piece of power. Piece of power is the reason we are singing. Piece of power, eat it in the power. Piece of power, when it comes to proving what we say. Piece of power, piece of power, always better the next day. Piece of power makes us feel alright. Piece of power makes us feel alright.
Yeah, because that's how it looks like. I wanted to give it like a new feel, new intro for 2023 for that. So I wanted to give it Turtles in Time because that game is one of the best beat 'em ups of all time. That is until Shredder's Revenge came out, of course. But yeah, but I felt like for the old school beat 'em ups, it's definitely up there as one of the best of all time, easily. But yeah, yeah, that's the Retro Night intro. Other things, the only other things I know I want to talk about is the fact that in the case of the fact that I have so many different playthroughs happening, I'm going to be doing Breath of the Wild in March. No, in April. I'm going to be doing Breath of the Wild in April. The beginning of the first Monday of April, I'm doing Breath of the Wild. And I'm going to be doing that leading into Tears of the Kingdom, which I'm going to be starting that up on May 15th, which that's a Monday. So I'll be doing Tears of the Kingdom, which I'm expecting to finish that by June. It's going to take a while, but we'll see how that goes. I'm going to be dodging so many spoilers left and right. People are going to be spoiling shit on the internet the moment things happen, but I'm going to be dodging a lot of spoilers. Yeah, I'm going to be spending so much time on Zelda. I don't know how much time, but this is going to take a while. Like, this is going to be one of those big games I know I'm going to be spending a lot of time on more than anything. Because I love Breath of the Wild. But will I actually love Tears of the Kingdom? We'll see. We'll see. We also got Switchiversary happening in March, and I'm going to be doing that. There was 2 games that were not in the lineup. So, the lineup that I have, which I still need to figure out the dates for, and who's gonna, which streamers are gonna participate with me when it comes to multi-streams. I'm still figuring everything out. But the lineup that I have so far, it goes like this. So, I have Clubhouse games, I have Mario Party Superstars, Pokemon Unite, Fall Guys, TMNT Shredder's Revenge Co-op for the Switch, Knockout City, Splatoon 3 Turf Wars and Private Lobbies, maybe some Salmon Run, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass, going to be hosting a tournament for that. By tournament, I mean using the tournament rooms. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Terra Raid Battles. I want to do those. I want to stream Terra Raid Battles every once in a while. So if you guys want to see me do that, that's another thing I know I want to do. Let's see. And the one I know I want to do last is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate 4 Players with Items. I don't see myself going back to Splatoon 2. I think I'm done with Splatoon 2. I know Splatoon 3 can be rough for a lot of people because of how hardcore that game is in comparison to 1 and 2. I mean, 2 is very hardcore, but 3 people really stepped up, especially the last Splatfest, which Team Sweet actually did win that. But holy crap, that was definitely something. But I really like Splatoon 3 more despite that. I really do. And I see myself sticking to Splatoon 3 moving forward. I have not touched Splatoon 1 in like a long time, and I don't see myself going back to Splatoon 1 at all, ever. It's just not something I don't think I would actually do. But yeah. But yeah, I do have a lot planned for Switchiversary. That's gonna happen. It's gonna be great. Plus, March 5th will be when I do the anniversary blowout. I know the anniversary is on Friday, but there's a good chance I probably won't be home that day. So I'll do it on that Sunday, which will be from 3 p.m. to midnight, and that's when I'm gonna do that. Random Switch games. It's gonna be in a similar format as the Retro Night Retro Holiday Grab Bag, where I just play but in this case, a random Switch game. Any Switch games I want. But I will not be playing anything from like any of the collections, and I will not be playing anything from NSO, like the retro stuff from NSO, like NES, SNES, N64, or Genesis. I will not be picking those. It'll be games that were made specifically for the Switch. This is just tradition at this point. Yes, it is. But I also have some other things. I would like to go back and stream me some 3DS games. I have plenty of 3DS games to work with. So, who here wants to see me do Kid Icarus Uprising? You guys want to see me stream Kid Icarus Uprising? That's something I would like to do. I would like to do Kid Icarus Uprising. I remember last year we played Cruisin', Blast, and Tetris Effect Connected. Yes, both of those are great. And the same thing goes for Hades 2, for Hades 1. I might actually do a Hades 2 stream in the future when Hades 2 comes out. Yeah. because Hades 1 is a fantastic game, and I would like to do Hades 2. Right now, it's currently PC only because it's going to be early access, but I'm sure it's going to hit everything at some point. And then there's also, like, I have other things I could just do. Like, I would like to do Panzer Dragoon remake. I would like to do a House of the Dead remake. Plus, I want to stream Nier Automata, or Automata, whatever you call it. I want to stream Nier Automata. I would like to do that. I know, like, that has, like, multiple endings, but there's, like, apparently 5 endings that you need to get, which I'll figure that out. But yeah, I've heard great things about that. I bought that for Switch. There was a sale for $30, so I figured, you know what, I'm just gonna get it because I had some Christmas money, so I ended up just using it for that. Like someone gave me some money for that. But yeah, I have Live Alive. I'm not sure if I'm going to stream that. Let's see. I don't think that's something I'm comfortable talking about on stream, Super. I don't think that's something I'm comfortable talking about on stream. But yeah. As far as everything else goes, I think that's just about it when it comes to my plans. But I do have some things I do want to talk about. And the main thing is that I personally am just grateful to have all my friends on my side, and just like I am for them, and also all you guys in general, just coming on my stream and just been like very supportive of everything that I've been doing. There's still going to be a lot of things I'm going to try out in the future, but for now, I'm just happy that you guys are here, like, just happy for the fact that I'm just here for the content. Yes. I was worried for a moment when I thought my Splatoon 3 Switch edition died out, but I realized I ran out of juice. Yeah. If you run out, that's the thing. If you run out of juice, then yeah, charge your Switch. But yeah, like, the fact that everybody comes through just to watch my streams, I always appreciate it. Even if it's just for a little bit, or if people just come in for the whole stream, absolutely appreciative. I am hoping that this year will be a great year in regards to streams, and no matter what it is, I still want you guys to do really well. That's all I care about. You guys just doing well for yourselves, no matter what you're doing, no matter where you are. And I'm always happy whenever people are like just doing really good. Because this world can be very scary, but just do what you can to make a difference in this world, and just always be there for the people that you care about the most. Especially the people that are like close to you, your friends, your family. Never know exactly what's going to happen, but just celebrate what you have now, rather than focus on like the inevitable. That's the main takeaway of everything. But also the fact that, like, right now I'm still learning a lot of life lessons from myself, and I'm going to move forward to seeing exactly what I can do, because I would like to move out. I'm still job hunting. I'm still working on that. But one step at a time. One step at a time. And I know not everything is going to be easy, but I'm going to work on everything. I'm going to do it. Try our best as always, yes. I'm trying to do my best for a project that I have been working on for a long time as a novel. Good luck with that, Okaifer. Good luck with that. I wish you the best. And yeah. And I just hope that 2023 overall ends up being a much better year for everybody. So it's up to us to do what we can to make a difference. Because what you do for your own future is basically what you make of it. That's what you got to do. Make the best future you can possibly make for yourself. I know I said this was going to be a short stream, and it is going to be a short stream, but I appreciate everybody coming through. I'm going to end things off here. I already said everything I needed to say. Again, just one more reminder that if you would like to, if you would actually like to go out of your way to help donate to help the cause for Wolfie, for everything that's been happening with her, just a reminder, the GoFundMe is right here, because again, she lost her home on Christmas Eve due to a fire. She and her housemates got out safely, but lost everything else in the fire. So we want to do what we can to help get her back on her feet. So if you guys want to do that, here is the link. So here it is. And we at Digital Bonfire are going to do everything we can to help out. So there's that. So if you can't donate, feel free to share it. Spread the word. And that's going to be the end of the stream. So again, thank you guys for coming through. I'm going to find somebody to raid in just a moment. But again, I can't thank everybody enough for everything, for not just tonight, but in general. Just you guys in general have been so kind and have been very supportive, and I'm always appreciative of that. So we'll do what we can to just make sure that all of our days end up getting better in general. I'll do what I can to help you guys in general. So we're going to raid Mr. Ben. He's going to play some Portal 2, so we're going to go send the raid over to him. He's a really cool guy, and he's a really great friend as well. So we're going to send the raid over to Mr. Ben, playing some Portal 2. And tomorrow, and I will share, and here's the schedule for tomorrow, or rather the whole week, as you can see right here. Tomorrow and Wednesday, Ukulele in the Impossible Lair, starting at 7 o'clock. Tuesday and Thursday, Sonic Heroes, also starting at 7 o'clock. And that's how we're going to handle things this week. That's how I'm going to handle my streams. So, again, thank you all so much for coming through. It may be a short stream, but I'm glad to be back. Can't wait to fully be back tomorrow. So, thank you guys so much for coming in. Make sure to take care of yourselves as always. Be awesome, stay awesome. Tell your loved ones you love them. Check up on them. Fight for everlasting peace. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And as always, believe in yourself. Good night, everybody.
Place to go, nothing to do. If you gotta do something, believe in yourself. Hey!
Extraordinary things can happen if you believe in yourself. You got to have the faith in yourself if you want respect for your friends.
Don't rearrange, no need to change. Stay like you are. Keep it all the same. But as you move along in your life, keep an open mind. And don't forget that if you gotta do something, believe in yourself.